Thanks so much for joining us tonight, Cy. Actually, you've already been incredibly generous in sharing with Northern Spirit Radio 4 times over the years, and Pacifica keeps rebroadcasting the Sprouts program I created from one of our interviews. The most recent visit we shared had to do with Bristol Bay in Alaska. How has that effort been going lately?
Mark, that was great. Thanks so much. It was really a very kind introduction from my friend of so many years. It's a real honor to be here with you, virtually to be sure, and with so many other good people. Madison is one of the places that I call a home away from home. I'm sorry I haven't been there in much too long. It would be great if I could be there with you all personally, especially giving the gourmet pizza, but if you ask me what could be more appropriate to a fundraiser for Northern Spirit Radio than to be there as I am in spirit. Hey, thanks for asking about Bristol Bay. We've made a lot of progress during the 6 years that I've been working on the issue through Musicians United to Protect Bristol Bay. This is my portable PowerPoint. It doesn't even use electrons, waste electron lives. You just throw it in the laundry when it's time to recycle it. We've made a lot of progress, but we still really have a lot of work to do and a long way to go. And a lot of the progress we've made has been thanks to the good people who've heard me 4 times on Northern Spirit Radio and the various shows. We're going to win this one, and it's going to be a major victory for human rights, for environmental protection, and for cultural survival. And really have to thank all of you who listen to Northern Spirit Radio and who have helped us out in so many ways. Now, there may be some of you out there who weren't listening when I was on the air with Mark on Northern Spirit Radio, so here's the basics. Musicians United to Protect Bristol Bay is an international network of over 600 musicians who use our music and our media access to help stop the proposed pebble mine in Alaska. If we allow the pebble mine to be built, it will be the largest open-pit copper and gold mine in the history of the world. It will threaten to destroy Alaska native villages that have been on the same river sites for 50,000 to 100,000 years, since the ancestors of today's villagers came over from Siberia. And it will threaten the richest remaining wild sockeye salmon fishery in the world. We can't allow that to happen. Now, if you ask me, the work we do at Musicians United is very much in keeping with the mission of Northern Spirit Radio. Mark, I hope it's okay if I actually read the mission statement. I haven't memorized it yet, I'm sorry to say. Here's what it says. Northern Spirit Radio promotes world healing by broadcasting inspirational and educational voices of peace and social justice using the language of personal story, music, and spirituality. Now that is exactly what we try to do at Musicians United to Protect Bristol Bay. I've been on 2 different programs on Spirit in Action Radio, the Spirit in Action itself and the Song of the Soul, to talk with you and your wonderful audience about Musicians United and about our campaign to stop the proposed pebble mine and to protect Bristol Bay forever unto 7th generations. I know that your support and that of your listeners has made a difference in our work, and you'd better believe I really appreciate the many ways in which you all have supported what we're trying to do. I will show my personal gratitude by making a contribution to tonight's fundraiser, even though I'm not there eating gourmet pizza with you. Oh, I wanted to also tell your listeners about our songwriting contest that Musicians United is sponsoring with $5,000 in prizes. $5,000 in prizes. We've got a $1,500 first prize, and we're looking for any kinds of songs, as long as they're about Bristol Bay and the Pebble Mine. If you go to the website, look at the PBS Frontline video, Alaska Gold. You have enough information to write an entire album of songs, as I actually did on my CD, Bristol Bay. Deadline is December 31st, and we'd love to have your song in our contest. For more information, please go to our website, www.musiciansunited.info. Again, that's www.musiciansunited.info. musiciansunited.info. While you're on the website, don't miss the 2-minute video by Pete Seeger, one of our founding members. Mark, I very much appreciate that Northern Spirit Radio not only gets the word out, it gets the music out. As a musician, I have to thank you for that. Here's a song called Upstream from the album I talked about, Bristol Bay, which, by the way, is a fundraiser for Musicians United. It tells how the salmon themselves feel about the proposed Pebble Mine. Every night we see the moon ascending from the earth. Each new day we rise up to watch the sun's rebirth. Every month a new moon wanes to give the old moon way. Every year the salmon return to Bristol Bay. Past the shoals and the rapids where the current runs strong, past 100 different dangers that make the odds so long. No matter how impossible their ancient journey seems, the salmon swim upstream. If you were a newborn salmon, if you had your say, would you think it worth the effort to even swim away? Knowing the statistics, everybody learns. Of all the millions that are born, only 1 or 2 return. Past the shoals and the rapids where the current runs strong, past 100 different dangers that make the odds so long. No matter how impossible their ancient journey seems, the salmon swim upstream. We are like the salmon, yet not like them at all. They number in the millions, our numbers are small. At the end of their journey, not one is left alive. We too are endangered, yet we will survive. Past the mining corporations whose millions make them strong, past the paid-up politicians who string us along. No matter how impossible our way to victory seems, we fight our way upstream. Past the shoals and the rapids where the current runs strong, past 100 different dangers that make the odds so long. No matter how impossible the ancient journey seems, the salmon swim upstream. The salmon swim upstream. So Mark, on behalf of Musicians United to Protect Bristol Bay, and for myself personally, I want to thank you for everything you and Spirit in Action Radio do. We've counted on you in the past, and we count on you in the future as we continue to fight our way upstream to victory.